Hello people of all faces, my name is Mr. Binoculars, and welcome back to Mr. Binoculars Christmas Carols. I'm using antlers today. Actually, never mind, I'm not doing that. Because I don't like sitting that low talking to the camera. Eesh. Eesh. Today's story is a little bit different. It's like it is also very short. It's two pages, and it's also told a little bit differently. It's told through a shut up. It's told through a first person, but it was also told through a third person. That doesn't really make any sense. But what I mean is like this: you follow this narrator. It's that you follow this person. It's like, it's like follow a person. That's the narrator. Like the narrator is a character, and they like this character tells a story about his neighbor who's called Jim. Yeah. So anyway, let's just jump straight into the story. Episode 10. Jim. Let me tell you about my neighbor Jim. This story is unbelievable. You see, Jim is unique. He always decorates his house in their own style. For example, instead of reindeers on his roof, he has giant gingerbread man. And believe it or not, you can actually eat it. Not that I've tried or anything, but you can actually eat it. He allowed me to take a bite. That's not even the worst part. The worst part is that this actually tasted good. Can I believe that? Neither can I. Anyway, on one day, Jim and his equally strange family went out to get Christmas presents. You might think that's pretty common, and you're not wrong. But here's the thing: he didn't buy gifts. No, he didn't. What he depicts as Christmas presents is a cup of sugar from the neighbors. I mean, what the heck? Who depicts Christmas presents as a cup of sugar? He never goes outside to buy anything for his family. He just go out and acts like it's like a stereotypical stereotypical neighborly neighbor. And that's what we all called him, Mr. Neighborly Neighbor. He didn't seem to mind that though. Ginny was even stranger the next day. Because on this day, all he did was going out to buy supplies for something, and then he came back with some planks, some nails, some paint buckets with different colors, a lot of clocks, and a lot of glass. Me and the other neighbors didn't understand anything on what he had planned. We were so curious. But Jim didn't let anybody in until he was done. That made us even more curious. Jim stayed in that house for days. Now the entire town was gathered. As curious as we were, we still couldn't peek inside. Our patience was starting to run out. But on Christmas Eve, he finally would let us inside, and we couldn't be more excited or surprised. You see, what he was doing inside his house all this time was something completely inventive. You see, he has made a very special Christmas tree. He used the largest planks as the log, the middle-sized planks as stand, the smallest ones as branches. He used paint to make it look more like a tree, and the clocks as decorations. It looked beautiful. All the clocks were made of different wood, and some of them were made of metal. You might wonder what the glass was for. Well, the glass was around the tree and functioned as a security glass. Anyway, that's all I have to tell you about that. That's the entire story. If you like this episode, please leave a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to get notified every single time we upload a new video. And when all that is done, we will all meet again next time on the channel. And also, Merry Christmas.